Local coverage you can count on continues with Glenn Marini's Sports Report. Sports coverage you can count on.
Here on Christmas Day, you could call these guys the players who lit up the competition this fall. From out under your Christmas tree, we bring you the 7th annual WANE-TV Fab 15. What we do couldn't really be any simpler. We send out ballots to the area's high school football coaches, asking them to vote on the best players they face this season. Grab some eggnog as we go in alphabetical order to meet the first half of your Fab 15.
I'm Jake Archbold. I'm a free safety and slot receiver at Homestead High School. I just want to start off by thanking all of my teammates, all my coaches for a great season. I'd also like to thank my parents, Amy and Darren, for just having my back and trusting in me and believing in me. I'd also like to thank my trainer, Lawrence Barnett, of Traction AP, for helping me transition back to the defensive side of the ball. And happy holidays.
Archbold was bold during his senior season with the Spartans, leading them to their first ever SAC championship.
Just hearing them ringing the bell, just thank you for ringing that because it motivated us even more.
Defensively, he tallied 9 interceptions, third most in the state, and had 46 total tackles. After previously playing QB, he moved to a jack-of-all-trades role on offense. He tallied 40 catches for 665 yards and 13 TDs and added just over 200 yards rushing with 3 more scores. His best game came in the sectional championship, where he scored 4 touchdowns 4 different ways and had 4 interceptions, a performance USA Today called the craziest stat line of the season.
Hi, I'm James Arnold. I'm the quarterback at South Adams High School. I'd like to thank my coaches and teammates for helping me through everything this season. I'd like to give a special shout out to my parents for helping me in everything in my life, and especially football. And I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
This Starfire turned in a Gold Star performance this past fall. He's South Adams' all-time leader in career passing yards, and oh yeah, he's only a junior. This past season, James 158 for 273 for 3,170 yards, third most in the state of Indiana. That with 43 touchdown passes to just 6 picks.
Coach preached all week that it's just another game. We can't get caught up in the emotions.
A 1A All-State Junior Team selection, Arnold helping the Starfires to the ACAC title and a 12-1 record.
Janine Belizaire, Snyder High School, defensive tackle. Thank you to my family and everybody who supported me. Thank you to Snyder Football. Merry Christmas.
He moved to the United States from Haiti at 11 years old, but Giannini Belizaire is a quick learner when it comes to the game of football. The defensive tackle, one of 3 finalists for the Ewell A. Wilson Award as the best player in the SAC.
So they always come out and play hard, but we should be able to, match them.
A 6A All-State selection and 2-time All-SAC first-teamer, Giannini racking up 51 total tackles this fall, including 16 tackles for loss and 6 sacks. He heads to Southern Illinois University with 32 career TFLs and 14 sacks.
Hey guys, it's Brandt from Angola High School. I play strong safety and linebacker. I want to give a special shout out to my family, friends, and the coaches who have helped me for the past 4 years. And I also want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Boiler up.
The future Purdue player packs a punch when it comes to pummeling a playmaker. A top 50 selection by the IFCA as one of the top players in the state, Brandt is one of the best players in Angola history.
That's something that we can't focus on as the guys we're losing. We have to focus on the guys that are stepping up.
As a senior, he had 47 solo tackles, 54 total stops, and a pick return for a score. He also got a chance to shine on offense this year, leading Angola with 586 yards rushing with 8 TDs, and he even threw a touchdown pass. Ryan finishes with 7 blocked kicks in his career on special teams.
What's up, guys? Luke Goody here, Homestead quarterback. I'd like to thank God, my parents, and the coaching staff at Homestead this year, Coach Skelton and Coach Zolman, for a great year. I'd also like to thank my offensive linemen for keeping me safe, the Parker brothers, Rob McCrory, Sean Rice, and Owen Heyer. And it was a great year for Homestead. Go Spartans.
When you break the Homestead single-season passing record as a junior, you belong on the Fab 15, especially when football isn't even your best sport. Goody throwing for 2,778 yards with 28 touchdowns and just 2 interceptions.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, we're obviously on top of the conference. We made history.
Goody now has 4,079 passing yards in his career and 38 passing TDs with one full season left to go. Goody guiding his guys to an 11-1 record and an SAC title and a sectional championship. But he'll play basketball in college, where he's got scholarship offers from Maryland, Stanford, and many others.
Hi, my name is Randy Holtz. I'm offensive tackle for the Snyder Panthers, future offensive guard or tackle for the Indiana Hoosiers. I just want to say thank you to all my coaches for the past 4 years for helping me develop into the man I am today. I am forever thankful for you guys. I want to be where I am now without you guys. Also thankful for my parents and everybody else, the Snyder community, for coming out watching us play for the past 4 years. It means a lot, and I'm forever thankful for you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and have a Happy New Year.
At 6'7", 350 pounds, Randy is the biggest player ever named to the Fab 15. But this big guy has big-time talent and is heading to the Big Ten. The future IU Hoosier, named one of 6 finalists for Indiana's Mr. Football Award. Pretty rare air for an offensive lineman.
Just staying close to home, so it'd make it easier for my family to come and watch and everything.
A top 50 selection by the IFCA, he was the positional Mr. Football Award winner as the best O-lineman in the state. The future Hoosier helped pave the way for a Snyder offense that averaged 35.5 points a game.
What's going on, guys? Griffin Little, Homestead High School. I play tight end. And first off, I would like to say thank you to my parents for always being there for me and helping me on and off the field. And second, to my coaches for making me a great man and great leader. And third, I would like to thank my teammates for being great friends outside of football, and also some of my brothers on the field. And lastly, I'd like to say go Spartans and happy holidays.
His last name may be Little, but this 6'3" athlete has huge potential as he heads off to play at Bowling Green. An IFCA top 50 selection, Little battling back from a torn ACL in the offseason to tally 37 grabs for 520 yards and 6 touchdowns as a senior.
I mean, we just believe in everything, and at the end of the day, like we came out and won, and that's what we had to do.
For his career, he put up 92 catches for 1,492 yards and 16 TDs. A first-team All-SAC selection, Little will graduate early and enroll at Bowling Green in the spring semester.
Harrison Mevis, kicker punter, Warsaw Community High School. I'd like to thank my coaches, Coach Curtis and Coach Richards. I'd also like to thank my teammates and my family for being there and pushing me through high school. Catch me January 2nd on ESPN at the Under Armour All-American Game. Have a Happy New Year and go Tigers.
Northeast Indiana's first family of field goals has its second ever Fab 15er, as Harrison's brother Andrew made the squad back in 2016, and just like Andrew, Harrison is an All-American.
It's a big honor, but the work is just starting.
Ranked as the #2 kicker in America, he was perfect, 54 of 54 on extra points as a senior. 55 of his 67 kickoffs went for touchbacks, and he drilled 16 field goals in his high school career. Mevis is signed to play in the SEC for the Missouri Tigers, but not before he helped Warsaw win its first ever sectional championship.
Your Christmas is only half complete. After the break, we'll introduce you to 7 more of the area's top players. Stay tuned. You're watching the WANE-TV Fab 15. Welcome back, where before the break, you met the first 8 players on the Fab 15. Now we round out the rest of the area's best. Here are your next 7 members of the 2019 Fab 15.
Hey, I'm Nick Miller, tight end, defensive lineman for South Adams. I'd like to say thank you to my coaches, parents, teammates, and community for the fantastic season we had. Merry Christmas.
Down in Bern, Nick Miller has been burning the opposition since setting foot on the football field. 35 receptions, 822 yards, and 8 TDs this season. He's already the South Adams career leader with over 1,700 yards receiving and 16 touchdown catches.
I've been waiting for this my whole high school career.
Miller actually might be better on defense, where the junior is the all-time sacks leader at South Adams as well. He had 66 total tackles this year, 5.5 sacks with 19.5 sacks on his career. A 1A IFCA All-State Junior Team pick, he's getting interest from IU and a handful of MAC schools.
Bailey Parker, quarterback/defensive back, East Noble High School. I just want to thank my family and the East Noble community for all the love and support. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
The Mental Attitude Award winner for the state in 4A football, Parker simply did it all as a senior for the Knights in 2019. As a QB, he completed over 62% of his passes for 3,110 yards and 39 TDs. He also ran for 1,369 yards and 18 more scores. That's a total of 57 offensive touchdowns.
Oh, it was great. I'm so proud of all our teammates. We came out here ready.
Parker was just as good on D with 91 total tackles, 5 picks, and 5 forced fumbles. He was an IFCA top 50 pick as a DB, and most importantly, led East Noble to the 4A state title game on the way to an impressive 14-1 record.
I'm Tyler Pomeroy. I play offensive line at DeKalb High School. I just want to thank my parents, my little brother, my teammates, and my coaches for all the support they've given me, and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
DeKalb's Pete Kemp describes Tyler as the Barons' best offensive lineman of the past decade, and the numbers do back it up. Pomeroy with over 180 pancake or knockout blocks in his career, and he never missed a start over the last 3 seasons.
For us, running the ball, I don't think it's going to be a problem. We return a lot of good offensive linemen up front. We got some good beef.
In 1,866 career snaps on the offensive line, Tyler had an astounding execution grade of 88.4%. He led the Barons to an 8-3 record, their most wins since 2002, and was a 4A IFCA All-State selection.
My name is Brandt. I play linebacker and running back at West Noble High School. I would like to thank the West Noble community, coaches, and my parents for all the support they've had the last 4 years. Merry Christmas. Go Navy.
Sports, school, and service. Pruitt can do it all. The West Noble standout going to play linebacker at Navy, and he heads to Annapolis with an impressive resume. Pruitt, 76 tackles, 27 for loss, and 10 sacks as a senior. He's the school's all-time leader with 359 tackles, 61 for loss, and 30.5 sacks.
I'm excited to get on the field with our new team. We graduated our whole offensive line, which we have a lot of new guys coming in there.
Offensively, he's also the school's all-time leader in rushing yards at 4,299 with 42 rushing TDs. As a senior, the Charger star running for just over 1,500 yards with 22 total touchdowns. He was an IFCA All-State pick in 3A.
What's up, guys? It's Cam Rogers, linebacker from Homestead High School. I just want to thank my family, the whole Homestead community, Traction AP. I want to thank God. Wishing you guys a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and love and honor, baby. Go Red Hawks.
The future Miami Red Hawk was certainly flying high all season long in Aboit with 94 total tackles, 14 for loss, and 6.5 sacks. The leader of Homestead's D, he finishes with 249 total tackles, 36 TFLs, and 13.5 sacks.
We're a family this year. That's what I love about it. We're all looking for revenge. That sectional championship game is still deep in our hearts from last year.
Rogers emerging as an offensive weapon as a senior as well, with 27 catches for 550 yards, that's over 20 yards a catch, and 4 total TDs. A 2-time All-SAC first teamer, he was picked to the IFCA's top 50 as one of the best in the state.
This is Peyton Wall from Leo Junior Senior High School. I play running back and safety. I'd like to thank my friends and family and coaches for helping me getting through high school. Also, happy holidays.
A 2-sport standout, Wall can ball on the football field and the rugby pitch. He's a member of Team USA's under-18 rugby squad and repped our country in an international tournament over in Australia earlier this month.
Our mentality, we were told, our coach said it's a tough loss, we have to forget it into the past and get better every day.
He's pretty good on the gridiron as well, rushing for over 1,600 yards this fall with 20 total touchdowns on offense. Defensively, he was a highlight reel waiting to happen, 50 total tackles, 3 interceptions, and 3 forced fumbles. A 4A All-State selection, he's deciding between rugby and football for college.
Luke Wigington, offensive tackle, Bishop Dwenger High School. I'd just like to thank my mom and dad, Amy and Ben, for helping me throughout this whole process. I'd like to thank all the coaches at Bishop Dwenger, especially my offensive line coach, Coach Rubini. And I'd like to thank all the trainers at Traction AP, Evan, Dre, and LB for believing in me since day one. Go Hoosiers, LEO, and Merry Christmas.
This Saints is marching on as the 6'6", 280-pounder is bound for Bloomington. Wigginton will enroll early at IU and is heading down for the spring semester.
Well, I mean, it's great when we can build this trust, unity, toughness on our team, when we just become stronger as a unit, and when we play Bishop Dwenger football like this, it only helps us for later on in the season.
An All-SAC first-team pick, Wigginton with 26 pancake blocks as a senior. The Saints with over 2,000 yards passing and almost 2,500 yards rushing while putting up just under 30 points a game. Perhaps his biggest accomplishment, helping the Saints to the 4A state title as a junior, then leading the way for a trip to 5A semi-state this past fall.
For more on the 7th annual Fab 15, go to the WANE.com sports page. We'll have more stats on the players, plus individual interviews. Thank you for making the Highlight Zone Fort Wayne's favorite sports show every Friday night here in Northeast Indiana, and have a Merry Christmas.